We have the world's best surfers running the gauntlet. That is Teahupo'o. 3 surfers in the lineup now. Your winning surfer will skip around. Second and third place surfers will go into that very scary round 2. Gabriel Medina, Tomas Hermes, and Wiggolly Dantas, 3 Brazilians into the lineup here.
He is surfing through it, and no complaints by himself. He's just out here doing the best he can, and it sure is fun watching.
Fired up. Here we go. Wiggolly Dantas muscling through a quick opening 2.
In contrast, this wave here moving off the reef, going out to the deeper water, so the wave did not stay open. But what it did was it pulled that second wave, which is the one that Gabriel gets, and it just pulls it right on top of the reef. It had a nice angle on it, breaking towards the shallower water, stays open, comes out. So way better wave choice by Medina, sitting in that deeper section. That's why he was able to get that one.
Wants the tubes, and right behind him, getting it, Gabriel Medina, a masterful read. Beautiful grab rail carve, almost in, and yes, indeed, into disaster. As he pulled a little too hard on that rail, got a little too deep.
It's out there, no cord, huh?
And I think the cord did not stand a chance against that wave right there. That was that was quick reaction time. You saw, you could feel the pop of the leash. Swam hard over to his board caddy there.
Slide it through the leash string, pop it back on, and you're right back out there, 20 seconds. Look at the read on this one. You talked about the read. This wave had all of the draw of that first wave, so it was super clean. It pulled that wave onto the shallow part of the reef, and that's why that was...
All the things that happen kind of behind the scenes. I mean, they have obviously they've got something good going, you know, with his history of championship runs and wins, and he's at it again. No doubt inspired from what he just saw from Italo Ferreira. And I like that you said earlier, Pete, that, you know, Gabriel has blinders on in terms of who his competition is. All he sees are targets.
Think about what that does as you watch this replay here of a backup wave. This is what exactly the type of heat you want to have. You know, you get yourself a good number straight out of the gates. You back it up super quickly. He's got 25 minutes now. He'll start to control priority.
Relentless ability to control these heats and to really strike fear through his competition. And you see right there. But he doesn't need this wave, but he knows right in the peripheral view of Wiggolly Dantas, and he'll make you pay. So with 2 big turns there from Gabriel Medina, I mean, that is relentless surfing right there.
Established that type of personality throughout his career that everybody, some people just don't want to deal with it. So they let him be that relentless, and it gives him an advantage straight out of the gates before you even riding a wave. As you watch this 2-turn combo here, 4-8-3 for the last one, and you know, these combination of major moves. The second maneuver done on a little bit less critical face. That first one though was massive. Look at Gabriel again.
Well, Medina coming from way back. This wave growing down the line, building speed, hunting, and right there. It was almost like as if he was pulling back the compound bow and then just releasing his prey, getting away that time.
If you get to that 16 seconds, you know, a 20-second interval, very difficult. 16 seconds, much more approachable. And that's why that swell was so nice, because it had that 16-second, you know, right in between, you know, being
nice. That's nice.
But it was approachable. But you think about
terrifying.
It, like, it is
terrifyingly perfect, we should say.
Most consistent right now with the wins, Felipe, and he's been here practicing. So I love that what Felipe is doing. Those are the guys that are really in the title hunt.
Medina again, just way deep, looking for these waves to grow down the line. So far, it's been all Medina. Wiggolly Dantas, the 417. Tomas Hermes yet to get involved here in this heat. We're halfway through.
Think about these two right now, Tomas and Wiggolly. They got to realize that they're not out of this one. You look at the point total. It's, you know, say it's 13 points. That's a pair of 6.5s. So don't get too far disappointed yet. There's time.
Wiggolly Dantas. Wave kind of lackluster. Right behind him, again, a carbon copy of what we saw before as Medina blasting a massive tail-high front 3. Quick whip out of it. How do I score that?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I'm putting that above well above average. So we got a 7.33 and this is a tube riding event, really.
Yes, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you look at what the judges had said, they sent out their text in the morning. What are we looking at? The second element that they were looking at was the innovation progression on critical sections.
That's
so they are going to have
that.
to reward this. You know, how high does this go? I think it's better than the 5.43. Does it go excellent? I mean, this is a beautiful Air 3, landed clean as can be, everything on the front foot, actually both feet. I mean, that was sick.
I mean, the question there is how? How did he do that? How did he land like that and immediately regain control? The Vans US Open of Surfing, the QS 10,000 we just saw, who can do airs, big turns, so watch out. Surfers from Tahiti are coming up. Here we go, Tomas Hermes quietly sneaking away from under Wiggolly Dantas. And Tomas Hermes on his first wave of this heat, a non-factor there score-wise. But if anything, maybe that'll shake off the nerves and kind of shake them around a little bit.
But the rhythm was, a lot of these surfers surfed into rhythm. You know, we saw Italo do it early.
Well, 5 minutes ago, some urgency pulsing through the lineup as Wiggolly
he
blasting the tail out, showing his diversity there. That was a straight-up power air attempt for Wiggolly Dantas.
He's ready to surf, and he looks at a wave and goes, "Oh, that scoring potential is an 8," you know, instantly. So he rides a lot more waves.
Wiggolly stalling straight into the pit. So Wiggolly Dantas now with a beautiful read. You saw right when he stood up, jamming his arm into that wave and just perfectly seeing what was developing down the line that wave from Wiggolly Dantas.
And everything starts with that right there. As he drops in, you see the arm plugged into the wall, slowing him down. So then he can have that speed control in the barrel, so he can weave his way through. He's going to maximize the barrel time, and he's going to surf his way right now out of combo. He sits in a situation where he needs 2 scores to total 15.16. He now brings it to only 1 wave needed. It would have to be a perfect score, but he can do it.
Hermes in the similar position, up and out. We saw Wiggolly on that last wave actually pumping in a tight barrel. How hard is that to do? Tomas Hermes making his way to the beat.
Dominating performance, Chris. Dominating performance. Exactly what Gabriel needed to do. Amazing stuff. Fun to watch, too.